Welcome to another episode on our channel. We're continuing down the road of customizing, and I'm showing you what's possible in terms of saving money in this domain if you want to go with a particular 1/6 scale loose distributor. So an episode or two back ago, we started out with Monkey Depot, and I showed you what it would take to create Jake Gyllenhaal as a male medieval knight, and we kind of just looked at the prices in terms of Monkey Depot, what it would take to create that. The Jake Gyllenhaal head would have to come from eBay because Monkey Depot does not sell or does not have a Jake Gyllenhaal head. But we did try to look at, okay, if you wanted everything that you kind of saw, or if you wanted this set of things with Jake Gyllenhaal, here would be the bottom line price, not to include shipping and handling, which wouldn't raise it tremendously, but just, here would be the bottom line price in terms of items purchased. And then we started saying, okay, what if we took this away? What if we made this? What if we went with a different head from Monkey Depot that wasn't Jake Gyllenhaal, but it was a great head? I gave you a couple choices of Hot Toys heads: Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., and then Present Toys head Liam Neeson. And so we went from a high of something to a low something, and it was pretty good in terms of pricing. You can go back and see the different prices, but I'm pretty sure we definitely kept it under $150, and I think we were close to like $100 and some dollars. So it was really low in terms of customizing figures. And that's why we do, those of us who customize, that's why we do what we do. We're going to save a ton of money, create something unique, something no one has, and be, at least from my perspective, very happy with the outcome. So that was a medieval knight that we talked about with Monkey Depot. I have a set of 5 male medieval knights. 2 are red robed. No, 3 are red robed, and 2 are black robed medieval knights. Most of the stuff they have on are Fire Phoenix, but there are other things thrown in there to make them look unique, different heads, different weapons, and so forth. So the set came out well. In the following episode, we talked about Zukav's attic. Now Zukav does some unique stuff like Civil War and Revolutionary War stuff. And so I showed you a Union Civil War soldier, Morgan Freeman, using a Morgan Freeman head, and everything that was on him, what it would cost to put something like that together. And then we talked about, well, what if we could live without this or that? And we brought the price down. And then we started to talk about, well, what if we could change the head from Morgan Freeman to something else that was a great head that was offered by Zukav on Zukav's attic, and we got the price down again, low, really low, which makes it, again, worthwhile to consider customizing. So now we're turning our attention to toy anxiety, and this is Gal Gadot. And her head, again, Morgan Freeman you can't find on Zukav's attic. Jake Gyllenhaal you can't find on Monkey Depot. Gal Gadot you're not going to find on Toy Anxiety, but you can find these heads on eBay, and she's going to cost $18.59. All right. And it's a great head. All right. Now you won't find this wonderful lion cover. and you have, you can't imagine why I would pick a lion. Detroit Lions. I'm gonna do it, hopefully. Anyway, okay. No, okay. So You're not going to find one of these. I found one of these way back when, not on Toy Anxiety or Zoo Cosmetic, but on Monkey Depot. Got a great price on it. They're found on typically Roman soldiers and packages, complete sets. But this quality, I don't think you'll find today. This was very well done. So I'm just going to take this one off, and we're just going to focus on what's underneath the lion for Gal Gadot. All right, so here we have her. All right. The head, like I said, is $18.59. Now, you may or may not want the brown shirt on her. I wanted to go with brown because her hair is brown. And you know me and matching. I just have to have a matching thing going on. The brown shirt would be a Saintess Knight shirt. It would be $9.99. And you could live without that if you wanted to. In terms of the skirt on Toy Anxiety, I did see a skirt. It wasn't brown, it was white. But if you really wanted the brown color, which I would want, fabric paint would do wonders and would help you match everything up. So the skirt would be $9.99 as well. There's several $9.99 items on her. Okay. The armor is white as well. So I made it brown in my case. All right. And the armor would be Pure Shadow of Heaven. That armor, $14.99. Now, what I did with this armor, it was one piece. I cut it in half. So this part here, and then I attach this part here to the skirt. So I thought it would just kind of add a little more pizzazz to it. So that was $14.99. The shoulder armor is I'm not sure what brand. I don't know what brand it is. I couldn't find it, to be honest, on Toy Anxiety, but I did find Saintess shoulder armor, and that was $9.99 as well. I also couldn't find this armor on Toy Anxiety, but I did find, again, Saintess armor bracers for $9.99. Boots I found for $9.99. Now, the one thing that you really can't get away with, that I could get away with the Union Soldier from Zuka's Attic and the Medieval Knight from Monkey Depot, is I could use a very cheap body because it's fully clothed. You know, these bodies I have lying around, or they're very, very, very cost effective to get. And someone like her, where, you know, elbows or knees are going to show, in this case it's the knees, a seamless body is going to be very important to get. And so I have to provide you a price for a seamless body. And one I found on Toy Anxiety is for $59.99. All right, so seamless body, boom, there you go, $59.99. If you wanted a different version, not TBLeague, which is $59.99, just a different version, seamless and branded, it was $29.99. All right, we'll talk about how that all parcels out in terms of end prices in a second. So anyway, that's the pricing so far. The thing I have to tell you is I made this part here, just out of a towel. So a little narrow at the top, a little wider at the bottom. Adds more warmth. You know, you could put a robe on if you didn't want to use a line. So many ways to customize. Or you could just leave her like this. You can have a shirt on her or not have a shirt on her. It's kind of up to you. How much you decide to put on, how much you keep off, how much you change, that sort of thing. The bow, I, with the help of my husband, made. This is out of a wooden Q-tip that has been put in hot water and slowly bent and then stained really dark. And then this is actually literally bowstring that I put on the bow. The arrows I had, but you can make arrows. I showed you that in a different episode, but the feathers I have to figure out. So when I put the arrows in the quiver, which I made as well, I had the pointed parts sticking out instead of the feathers. So it just depends on what you want to do, right? But if you want to get a bow and arrow, a Medusa bow and arrow, it's $19.99. It doesn't have a quiver, but you might want to pose her with just the bow and one arrow. And it's a gorgeous looking bow, I have to say that. If you want a bow, arrow, and quiver, it's still the same price. It won't look as nice as the Medusa, but it still will look great. $19.99. And instead of bow, arrow, quiver, that sort of thing, if you wanted a sheath and a sword instead, $19.99. So by the time you get done with everything, if you're including the Gal Gadot head and basically everything that you see here, to include a TBLeague body, you're going to be spending $163.51. If you're okay with a different body, a seamless unbranded body, it's going to cost you $133.51. If you're okay without the shirt, let's just round up to, it's $9.99, $10. In the first situation with Gal Gadot and the TBLeague body, you're looking at $153. Let's keep it $9.99 and 52 cents. $163.52. If you're looking at a seamless body, not TBLeague, keeping the Gal Gadot head, and you don't need the shirt, that's going to be $123.52. So there are things you can do that can reduce the cost. And $123.52 isn't bad for something like this. Personally, I would want the shirt, and I would personally make the bow, make the quiver, and make the arrows, but figure out a way to make the feather part. You know, so anyway, that is not bad. Toy anxiety. So all these quotes that we've been giving you is for a complete figure, and lots of luck of finding something like this on eBay for those prices. It's not going to happen. These things look gorgeous. Gal Gadot looks great as a Viking. Morgan Freeman looked great as a Civil War soldier, and Jake Gyllenhaal looked great as a medieval knight. So anyway, I probably wouldn't change the head because as I was looking at heads on Toy Anxiety, this head on eBay is actually cheaper than any of the heads, female heads that they offered on Toy Anxiety. So I just would stick with Gal here. So I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. We're trying to help you save money in the end. So I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, like I said, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day. I always forget something. So I told you before that down the road, we're going to show you all the 5 male medieval knights. Down the road, we'll show you all the Civil War figures that we've customized. We customized everything for the medieval knights. We customized everything for the Civil War soldiers. And then we'll show you all 5 female Vikings that were all completely customized as well. So I am really done now. Everyone, have a great day.